and we are thrilled, we are honored that Shelley Berman has agreed to be with us tonight, and he will talk about humor, satire, and with further ado, here's Shelley Berman.
Yes, thank you.
I was very convinced he would never stop. He looked good in the hat. And I was prepared to do some speeching. That's the truth. I was told that I would be, and I would be here at this place and saying things to people. Anything. People. I never want to wait for that again. Wow. And I thought for sure he'd say something other than what he said. I came here prepared to do some funny stuff. The hell I will. My God, you couldn't get a chance. And you're sitting there looking at me? Well, all of you people have been marvelous. I liked hearing your response and hearing your happiness and the way you looked at the people who were here at this place. I think I would like to have done that. I would like to have gone and talked to the tables here. These marvelous people, these wonderful, handsome girls, women are here, and some of the men who seem to be pretty wise. And there I was, thinking to myself, when the hell are they going to let me talk? So now that I am here,
Do you remember my husband, Ernie Weckbo?
well, do I remember your husband?
His name was Ernie Weckbaugh, and you had more fun with his name calling him Ernie Weckbo.
Okay, yes. I'm not going to let anybody take this thing away from me. Even my wife is laughing at me. She generally doesn't do that. She tells me what I didn't do right. Now, I have this thing, which I've wrinkled considerably, because I wanted to say this, and I know it's going to be a big disappointment. See? Nobody's laughing. I thought that I would be able to say that I could try to get my book finished. I did, I think. Now you look a little strange. Very disappointed in me. Now, see, try to get the book published. Fine. Are you with me so far?
It's not funny
Well,
yet though, Shelley.
I keep thinking about what you put out before I got up. Boy, are you a disappointment. Now you get the publisher. You must know what that is. Now you get the publisher. So now, after some weeks, you are anxious to learn the publisher intends to print the book up. He's going to print it up. Meanwhile, you have somehow managed to keep your temper. I mean it. I wasn't going to show you that I can be very angry. I like the girls over here. I love all the girls over here. Sarah, go home. So now, after some weeks, you are anxious to learn the publisher intends to print the book up. Meanwhile, you have somehow managed to keep your temper. Taste that, eh? Then I learned the PR man has set up a schedule of book signings and speaking engagements for me based on the schedules of the book's release, all of which wound up being canceled due to a glitch at the printers. What the hell's the matter with you people? You've got to see what I'm doing here and how funny it all is. Hysterically funny. Shut up, Sarah. Of course, I took it for granted that the books would come with a hard cover. That's the whole thing. However, there was some misunderstanding between the printers and everybody else. I, of course, remained less than calm about the whole thing. Finally, after a bit of salesmanship, I discovered a rather surprising difficulty. Where in hell are all the bookstores? I mean it. We're doing this here. We're having a great time, and you're not going along with me. It's a terrible thing we're doing. I think I have some gas. I'm doing all right with this. I'm through with it. I've had a wonderful time here, and it's true. I liked the people that I heard talk. I liked what they did. I thought they would never get the hell off the stage. It was something to remember, not to remember for your sake, but I'll do it. I'll tell everybody about my doctor. My doctor has to know what I've been through. My God. You people smile at me like I'm a dog. I mean it, you know, your tongues are sticking out and not very pleasant. My Sarah and I have enjoyed being here. You lovely ladies, you never were going to get off. Never. I was doing all kinds of things like what did you do? Did you drink? Did you get me right?
Right on, right on.
Right on?
Yeah. Perfect, beautiful,
Thank you.
gorgeous.
I think you were lying. I see the faces of the women at that table, and they're saying, this is awful. They're looking at you, however. I think you should keep that in mind. You have a nice smile. Are you with him?
No.
You're not with him? Then get your hands off his, never mind. No, you're just sitting there smiling. And after all, you're trying to be nice to me and laugh. Because it's time, isn't it, that you really have some good laughter. I really am a little surprised that all of the salespeople for this sort of thing are gone. What are they that way?
Bookstores, yeah.
Bookstores, they're,
They don't exist anymore.
wait, who was that now?
You download from the internet. Bookstores do not exist. It's very.
You download from the internet?
Yeah, you gotta download it. Can you get downloaded?
Oh yes, my dear, I can't wait to download. I know, you're just standing up here and you're thinking to yourself, when the hell am I going to download? That's the sort of thing I deplore. Now you are a lady.
Once upon a time,
Once upon a time,
I was a lady, yes.
you were a lady. Yes.
Now I'm just an author. Author, not a
Oh,
bookstore.
shut up. No, my dear, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't, wait a minute. This man just got up and walked out. I want you to get back to your seat. Because I'm not going to finish for a long time. I have, a lot of people came to me and wanted my autograph and wanted to speak nicely to me. Everybody was there. I don't know about her. I thought she'd go on too. Anyway, I know I wanted to be funny today. I know I would be funny if you kept up to what it said on this over here. A lot of things just changed when I sat down here and I found out that you have salmon. And you have salmon over here, and whatever you had, potatoes. Well, honey.
What about salad?
When the salad, thank God I had the salad. Because I like the salad, I love the salad. The salmon, well, no, Sorry about that. What's that? Are we starting a conversation? What's that?
It was delicious.
I can't hear you.
Chicken.
Chicken? Are you talking about me? I've never had anybody call me chicken. Anyway, I'm not gonna get off this. I'm not gonna get off this. You heard of those few words.
Never.
I'm not gonna get off until they promise to pay me.
How much?
I love your way. I love the way you're just sitting and looking. This is a great man sitting here very, very nicely. When you're doing that, and when you're just being who you are, it's just so good. Honest to God, back there over there, there's another guy over there who's got half a smile, a little bit of a smile, but it matters to me. Now, how about yours?
Somebody's asleep at that table
Okay.
over there. Wake him up.
It matters to me if you even give a half a smile. Get out of here. I've tried to be decent to her. I've tried to be decent to you, even to you. This is a damn shame. It was a place where I was told, you can be funny, Shelley, you can be funny. And you gave me some ideas about what I can do. They were lousy. It was terrible what they did. There's that girl who has a marvelous smile and a lovely laugh. I adore her. Go home, Sarah. But she was very, very, my eye caught her every time because she got a lovely smile and a good laugh. Listen to her now. She did, that was nice. You were always nice. I am very happy because I'm with two close friends, Melissa and Christopher.
That's Melissa.
These are the marvelous people, young people, who stick with me all the time. And they stick with Sarah all the time. I want to thank you. Thank you. Now, what is that thing you've got over there? Are you going to shoot me?
Yes, I am.
Huh?
I've been waiting for this for 13 years.
My God. You've been waiting that long? Just to shoot me? All right. All of you. Oh, and that lovely lady with the straw hat. I see that marvelous lady with a wonderful straw hat.
Who loves you? You're wonderful.
You didn't get much after that. I mean, the people should have joined you in that applause. You just scared the hell out of me. Those people were very strange. And anyway, I'm still hooked on you. And I am always going to be hooked on you because you have a lovely stationary smile. So And these are good-looking ladies, I thought, like that. And you, way back there.
No, not you, sir.
Sitting next to that midget. Oh my God, it's gonna hit me.
Oh, God.
All right, okay. Matter of fact, I don't like that shirt. The rest of you should know that. I have eked out a few little chuckles. It's something I love to do. I love to get a little bit of laughter. There were so many people who did very, very well. And I was sitting here eating my heart out. But to be able to get up with such a vast group of people, to be able to get that, to be able to actually speak your piece, to be actually going out and saying what you want to do and getting a few laughs, a little response. That's what I do. I fight for the response. You, I thought you'd never get it. Oh. I'm going to get my wife, and we're all going to prance out of here.
Mr. Berman, Christopher Bay, I'm a big fan. I understand you've written a book of poetry called To Laughter with Questions.
Oh.
I wonder if you'd be good enough to perhaps read a few of your poems for us.
Yay!
Just because you can't eat it doesn't mean it isn't good. He saw me once as I uprooted roses, and he cried. I put aside the spade, of course, and made the funny face that gave him laughter. I stopped to hear old silences, those days of shorter words, our morning swims. I say he's getting taller and he grins. Books and colored pencils on the lawn. I towel his back and muss his hair. Wondering, I return to now, to laughter with questions. Will I forget? Not yet. I turn and find his eyes, eyes to eyes, until again I reach to touch his wetted face and find my own. He was a rose too much in shade, too wise for promises, my laughter's urgent lies. Leave me, he said, and when I left, he chose to go as well. The candle takes its fire, and I recite the Kaddish, the flame bobbing at my breath. Year by year, the burning yahrzeit sends its scent and glow, even into laughter. To me, it's something sad, and I brought this onto you, and I apologize for that. That little boy didn't make it, but but I will never forget you. And I thank you for just listening. I'm going to sit down and leave you to your worries and your happiness. The thing just, there are other things, you know, besides sad. Thank you for letting me lift my heart tonight. I'll never forget you. Never, never forget what you've done for me. Thank you.
We've never had a standing ovulation ever. I mean, a standing ovation. I'm sorry. Now, we will entertain questions. Where's the mic in the back?
Right here.
The microphone? Okay. Barbara, you've got the microphone? If any of you have questions, before you plug your own item, you know? Question directed to any of our speakers. State your name and state the question to whom it's directed. Okay, Barbara, do you have a question? This is Barbara Summers. Into the microphone, please.
No, no questions at the moment. Mr. Berman was so enchanting, so adorable. Mr. Berman was adorable. Just like he was 50 years ago on the Sunset Strip at the Crescendo. Many, many nights. The mic is available. Please come and let your words be heard.
All right, question?
My name is Mike Kermade, and I want to say that Shelley Berman was my professor in grad school, and he was one of the funniest, most talented professors that I ever had, and great honor to see him still kicking. So, when he says it, I remember being a course in comedy writing, but he says he never taught comedy writing, so I learned more about comedy writing from him than anything else, but it was certainly a great class. I remember it very vividly. Taught me all about beats and rhythm. Really talented teacher. On that note, Valentine's Day is just tomorrow, so one of the greatest things you can give somebody, as we know from this evening, is humor. I'm the author of How to Win Friends and Influence People the Jewish Mother Way, and it's available tonight for $10, usually $15 online and at the store. I'd love to fulfill your Valentine's gifts needs, and celebrate Valentine's Day. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Green?
Yes, my name is Jerry Green. I have nothing to promote, but I would like to applaud Shelley Berman. You have been a giant in my life, even though you may not be aware of that. When I was a kid, I watched you repeatedly on the Ed Sullivan show, and what particularly impressed me was what you did was you took the day's newspaper and made fun of headlines in the newspaper. That really impressed me because it was fresh, and I have recently become a stand-up comic partly because of you, and I try to do that as well. So my question to you is, would you want to comment on something in the news today that you find funny?
Please.
All right, you need a microphone here? Would you like to comment on something that you think is funny in the news today?
What's that?
No, people could ask more Saul.
am I confusing you with Mort Saul? Forgive me, I must be religious.
Okay, here's the reply from Dr. Berman.
Mort Saul was one of the most decent human beings I've ever known. With him in an audience, my first audience in a nightclub, he made it work for me. He will never, never have to do it again, but I still look for him when I go up toward the,
Mill Valley.
well,
Yeah, he's in Mill Valley.
in Mill Valley. I look for him because Mort Saul was just everything great. That's all.
All right, Stanley Weissleader, question? Okay, to whom?
To Shelley. Shelley, holy shit, were you crying before when you got done?
Yeah.
From where I was sitting, it looked like you got choked up.
Forgive me, I'm sorry,
That's okay, you're beautiful.
but
That's good.
I figured if I made them cry, they'd love me more.
Yes. One question. Well, it's not a question, it's an invite if you want to be on my radio program, The View from Over Here.
Roxanne. Give him the mic.
Shelley.
I mean, you want to do your radio show?
Yeah. How much? I gave you a card earlier,
Wait a
but you
minute.
forgot.
This girl's been pushing this thing at me. Leave it alone. Don't just sit there and grab my thing. Now, are you, oh, excuse me. All right, don't just being funny. I love your hat. And the ladies, some of the ladies have nice red hair. They like the red hair, and so do I. There are others, I guess, who are good at that. Thank you, just say that. You know a lot more than I do. I'm taking. Now that I'm going to be a sad man.
No, you're gonna be a funny comedian.
What's that?
You're still a funny comedian.
Who said that?
I think that.
And somebody there said I'm still a funny comedian?
Very funny.
You got a lot of nerve. Telling me I'm funny when in fact I'm just, I have a mind.
Are you a brain power?
I'm sorry?
Are you still a brain power? A brain power.
A brain power?
Yeah.
A brain power? Are you using that?
Well, you said you have a mind. All
Yeah.
comedians have
A
a mind.
brain power? I don't have brain power. Wait a minute, what the hell, this audience is going to get up and walk out on me.
Next question.
Oh,
Next question.
Hello, I'm David Bikel, the son of Walter Bikel, and my dad was at the Compass in Chicago, and he used to always, every time he criticized me, he'd compare me to you, he'd say, "We got it, Shelley, we got it. You insult the intelligence of the audience. Don't hit us over the head with a fucking hammer. We got it, Shelley, we got it." That was my dad. He was always but I always admired you because I thought that was hilarious because usually the audience is pretty stupid, so I don't know, the human race is we've definitely got ourselves in some messes, but hopefully I think we're, the air quality in Southern California is 70% better than it was 20 years ago, and we just banned plastic bags, and so I think there's a lot of hope for the future of the human species. And,
Do you have a question, sir?
no, just I just wanted to thank you for your awesome humor, and
You want to thank me for what?
your awesome humor, and
My awesome humor?
yes.
I didn't know I had awesome. But thank you very much. You really pushed there. And if I was even the slightest bit awesome, I better have some sickness. Okay. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
No, and yeah. Take it easy when you go to a microphone. Ain't no microphone. You really, you know, just.
Shelley, we had another question here.
No, all right. Do you have a question?
Yeah.
You have a comment?
Get closer to the microphone.
Speak right up.
I'm Joan Lashkar. I'm a psychoanalyst in private practice. And I have to say, you have the ability to say what we all think, but we would dare not say. I'm writing a new book called Kvetching, a Jewish diagnostic manual describing 8 different kinds of kvetching. And I'll have to have a special category for you.
Very sweet, very sweet. Very sweet. You're with such a lovely group of people. How come we, why?
You understand the word kvetching?
Huh? No, my dear. It's lovely. It's good. I'm gonna never forget this one. I'm not.
And another question.
I'm not. Did I embarrass you, redhead? I hope I didn't embarrass you with the red hair, because you look very good. And the guy next to you has a red tie. I don't know what the hell that's for. No.
Mr. Berman,
Yes.
what do you think about Jimmy Fallon?
I'm sorry?
What do you think about Jimmy Fallon versus Jay Leno?
Who's he? Fallon.
Sarah, what is that? What?
You have to understand, we're of an age that we don't watch.
You don't watch?
No, I just want to know what
No, I'm asking, what do you think of Jimmy Fallon replacing Jay Leno? Do you think he's going to do well?
Oh, Jay Leno, and what's happening with that?
Yeah, what do you think? You're a funny guy. Do you think?
Well, thank you very much, but I hadn't been involved in that,
Okay.
so.
It's
Shelley,
too late at night for an old.
That's right.
Too late.
Is
Too late.
it? Thank you, that's very nice of you.
You're welcome.
Mind your own business.
Well,
I'm defending you.
I'm real concerned about being insulted, so this is for Lorraine. Besides Irma, who are some of the other writers that you believe are funny or witty, or that would parallel some of your writing, or who inspired you besides Irma?
I never wrote anything. Nor did anybody write for me.
The question is for her.
Yeah.
See, I didn't ask the
Oh, I
question,
know.
I got insulted.
Oh, I'm gonna give it up now?
Yes. No, folks, I think once Shelley gets over his shyness problem, he'll be fine.
This is a question for the woman who stayed on too long. That's what all the men say.
You know, I was wondering about that downloading. Maybe that's what they were talking about, is your mother being downloaded.
That's me. I'm the mother of downloading. You know, there were so many, I mentioned a few in my talk about Art Buchwald. And also Nora Ephron.
Yes.
Nora Ephron, I went to school with Nora from 1st through 5th grade. dear friends, but then we lost touch. But we did, as far as her influence and her humor, she was more amazing than you can imagine, because look at all she did, her directing and her writing, and she followed through tremendously. So that was a big influence on me. And of course, as we discussed, Irma, even more so. But I was lucky enough to associate with some of the people that I have mentioned. And Tom did a few memorable movies, one of which was Transylvania 6-5000. And we laughed. That's a cult movie now, shown every Halloween. And the interesting thing, and I worked on that movie with Tom, but the interesting thing, Ed Begley Jr. was in that, a funny guy. And we still stay in touch today, Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis, so all these people influenced me through each chapter. Thanks for the question. I've got to give it back to Shelley.
Okay, sure. And now for my plug, I'm Edward Lee Goldstein, and I've written 2 books, The Male Thing Explained, and also Faith, Alliance, Healing Journey Back to Innocence, Lessons on Forgiveness, which has been helping a lot of people forgive situations they never thought they could forgive before. Thank you.
Any more questions for Lorraine or Shelley?
Shelley, who are your favorite comedians?
What's that?
Who are your favorite comedians?
I don't have comedians, favorite comedians. I don't have them. If they're doing well, I hate them.
Yes, sir.
What advice do you have for young comics or young comedy writers? Not in terms of the business, but in terms of the craft of comedy.
I'm not sure what you're asking,
Advice.
but I'm not sure what you're asking, but if you're thinking of going into comedy, if you think I can advise you, we'll cut that out. I can't advise you. Yes.
Two questions. Number one, the poem that you read. The poem that you read. Who was that written for? It's very personal. The poem that you read.
Oh, the poem I read?
About the little boy.
The little boy, was that?
I had a lovely little boy, and we lost him before his 13th birthday.
That was very eloquent and, heart-rendering.
Thank you.
Number two, did you ever work with Sid Caesar, who passed away the other day?
Ah, let's see.
There was a...
Yes, it can happen. I'm afraid I have to go to the bathroom.
Thank you, Shelley.